with a robot.
I know this is going to be pretty crazy. So, hi Artur, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. And everyone, just bear with us. We're about to try something that I switched over computers and I've got a couple of them going on here, but we're going to do something really special. And Artur, I'm going to go ahead, if you want to do a bit of a presentation, and then when you're ready, I'll go and meet you in your space, and I'm going to do a screen share. And Samantha's going to meet me there as well. And we're going to have our real photos on our avatars. So why don't you do a bit of introduction and let us know when you're ready, and we'll meet you there.
Right, absolutely. So thank you for having me, first of all. It's an honor, a pleasure to be here. And my name is Artur. I'm founder and CEO of this company, of Somnium Space. And what is Somnium Space, and why am I on the Webxr event? So Somnium Space is the virtual reality platform where all the assets and all the items and whole economy is based on the blockchain, on the decentralized technology. Now, what is important to know about Somnium Space, as you can see right now, Somnium Space is a persistent virtual reality platform, meaning that everything you see around me and is the same as other people sees that, including the real-time lighting, the volumetric lighting, the spatial audio, and everything else. So if I climb this beautiful shopping mall with the cars, if I climb on the roof, and I just look around, everything you see around myself is built by users on their land parcels, which they truly own. And when I say truly own, it means that they own the blockchain items for those parcels in their decentralized wallets, which have nothing to do with Somnium Space. Somnium Space has no authority over those wallets. So those users can truly and really do what they want with those parcels, meaning transfer them, buy, sell, build whatever they want. Everything is in their hands. Now, why this is important? We see and we hear the word metaverse left and right. I think this is the most abused word on the planet right now. And I say abused for a reason, because people say metaverse and they label almost everything as a metaverse, which is technically not correct. The metaverse, is the persistent 3D space where people can share different unique experiences together. And when I say persistent, it means that everybody shares the same space without instances. So this world is huge. And this is one persistent space, meaning that if someone would be walking there on the mountain, on the top of the mountain, by the way, that's not a fake texture. This is the real mountain which you can go and climb. If I just do this and zoom in, that's the mountain right there. And that's how you see it. And that person, if I had a bright avatar or something, that person would be able to see me from that distance. Again, we share the same persistent space in one reality. And for us, the reality becomes this around us. And of course, we're in virtual reality right now. I'm using virtual reality headset, with finger tracking and much more. And I exist here. I see, for me, this is the real. This, what I see right now, this is real, with the scale, with everything else. So Somnium Space allows to do basically anything, from building to creating items, to having workable items, and many more things. Just let me switch the camera here and give me a quick second. You hear me well? Everything is running?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
All right, perfect. All right, just checking out. All right. So let me switch back to my camera. Oh, and by the way, I can actually do this. That's just a cherry on a cake.
I think you just flew away from his presentation.
I'm coming back. All right,
he's coming back,
let me put the camera back. All right. Yeah, so this is the persistent space. This is the space where you can be anything you like. This avatar is an NFT. Everybody loves to speak about NFTs. We do it already for more than 2.5 years, and I speak about NFTs, the VR world we're building already for a longer time. And this avatar is an NFT. Again, this NFT is in my wallet. I control this avatar. I can send it, sell it, do whatever I like with this avatar. And this is a unique NFT art piece avatar, which I can, own forever. And Somnium Space cannot take it from me. That's very important. Let me show you several examples of what is possible to build and do in Somnium Space. Actually, let me go back here, and I can show you what kind of experiences people are building and what kind of experiences are available in Somnium generally, so that you can get a very quick taste of what the community is doing here. We actually released a racing game, which is, if I zoom in, again, that's a persistent world, meaning when I say racing game, it's not that I have to load something else. The racing game or the racing circuit is in the same persistent world as everything else. So if I zoom in, the tower in the distance, that's the tower in the middle of the racing circuit. And there are right now people racing live with their cars, and we'll get there. I'll show it to you. But before we do that, I can show you something very exciting as well. Kayaking. So here we go. We have a kayak here, and I can simply jump into the kayak. Let me do like this. Jump into the kayak. I take the paddle and I kayak. I hope you see what I do. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, I'll be coming back. I will not kayak from the presentation as I flew from presentation. I'm always
These are
coming back.
All the coolest ways to leave a situation you don't want to be in, and I can't wait to use them on dates.
Oh, I totally want to be in.
Sorry, I just have to teleport to this.
Oh, exactly. Like, sorry, I'm busy. I have this my weekly workout. Sorry, my watch is reminding me about that. I have to go. Bye. No, I'm here. This is the floating island, by the way. We'll be holding some really great concerts there. We already have. I think I heard someone on the panel before speak about trying to bring performers into virtual spaces. The good news is we do it every single week, several times per week. We have musicians, we have artists, we have everyone performing live in VR and in Webxr Client of Somnium Space. I'll show you that one later. We'll meet there. So now we'll use the Teleportation Hub to quickly jump towards the racing track, because I know many people were wondering what it is. So this is the Teleportation Hub. This is the Somnium Transportation System Teleportation Hub. Some users own those as well. And to give you a perspective about the true ownership of Somnium land parcels and in general. So for example, the land parcel right there, this right in front of you, this big dark building with 2 purple columns. This is the museum with the Beeple art. This is probably the most expensive crypto art museum in the whole metaverse. It contains all the original Beeple art pieces there. It was bought by one fund. They paid millions of dollars for it early. Right now, this probably costs over, I don't know, $100 million, maybe $50 million. Hard to even evaluate. And people do visit that museum quite a bit in Somnium Space. And that land parcel easily costs $75,000, $100,000 a single parcel. I'm talking real money. So as much as dollars are real, that's another discussion we can have. So let's use the Teleportation Hub. Let's teleport ourselves towards the racetrack. Here we go. Here is our racetrack. Here is our stand for the winners. And here's someone driving the car. And let me quickly switch over to the first person view here, which I can do in my tablet. Now you see the tablet I'm using, the piece of hardware I'm using to actually present and talk to you today. Better than iPad. So Apple, you take care. now you can see my hands. Let me check quickly. Yes, and I can drive the car. I can actually do this. I can open the door. I can drive the car. You probably don't hear the sound because StreamYard doesn't allow the sound share. But you have to believe me that the engine noise is beautiful. Okay, let's turn around and go back to the Teleportation Hub, and we slowly will transition into. By the way, these cars are also NFT tokens, and they have been recently auctioned off on the market, on the centralized marketplace, and people were bidding for those cars, and each car is run about $10,000. Some went for 20. Okay, let me quickly do this, and we will meet in the web parcel soon. Okay. All right, let me go here. Switch back and teleport to the parcel where we shall soon meet. All right, here we are in this location. Again, those parcels are owned by companies, by individuals. They build literally whatever they want on them. Many people conduct meetings here. They do presentations of their new products. Companies invite people to have working hours, open working hours there. Anything you can imagine is being built here. Lots of art museums, lots of art installations, studios, and many, many, many more things. And now we're going to the parcel, which is also present, or let me say this, each parcel you see here in a persistent virtual reality world is also available in Somnium Webxr Client. And that's where the true magic of interoperability and accessibility happens. Because what I'm using right now is a VR headset and a pretty powerful PC, virtual reality ready PC. But not everybody has that ability, or not everybody has that with them all the time. So that's where the Webxr experience comes in. Let me quickly walk there. This is another amazing, while I'm here, this is another amazing example of the art gallery. So watch as I'm coming closer. Let me actually do this. By the way, if anyone has a question, you can ask. Here, the museum starts to fold in, and it comes together like a puzzle, and there is crypto art inside that museum. It's amazing. I love it. So now I need to find the parcel, which I hope to find pretty soon, because we'll be meeting there, and I think I'm in the right direction. I just need to hope. Yeah, here it is. So that's our final destination for this virtual reality presentation, and we'll be switching to Webxr. So here we go. Here we have a club, which we built for this purposes, for the purposes of this presentation. We also hold some events there. And here we have my Webxr presentation banner. And that's amazing. Again, I'm in a persistent virtual reality world. Around me are different parcels, different people, different events, different venues. And I think ladies will be transitioning into the Webxr parcel right now. Please confirm that you will be doing that. We can do a small do a small tour of this parcel. We go in, there's a stage, the microphone, beautiful lighting. Look at the stage. We did some comedy nights here. It's an amazing place. Some chess. So what I'll be doing right now, again, this is virtual reality. This is a persistent space, and that's what we call, and I call, a metaverse, a spatial 3D-dimensional space where you share experiences in virtual reality with other people. And why this is important? Because virtual reality is the most advanced technology, allowing you to actually really be tricked, your brain to be tricked into believing that you are there. And actually, that's really the case, because physical space, your brain perceives physical space almost the same way as it perceives virtual reality, because The light comes to your eyes, it analyzes, and then the brain analyzes that light and actually gives you the shape and the image of the world. The same happens in VR, and that's why I feel the scale of this building. I know how high it is from just being able, to stand here and to look at it. So with that being said, I will now transition in less than 30 seconds into Webxr. Yeah.
Sorry, do you have, so I'm in this other world and this is the same venue, but there's not yet persistence between the web world and the VR world, right?
So that's what is missing. The only part which is missing in Somnium right now is the persistence between the Webxr and the virtual reality client. We're working on it. We're probably 1 or 2 months away from that feature to be live. But right now, the virtual reality client is persistent for people who are in virtual reality, and then the Webxr client is persistent for those who are in Webxr right now. So what I'll do right now, I'll tune out from here, and I'll appear next to you in the Webxr experience. So see you in a bit, and
see you there.
Just a second.
And while Artur is doing that, I'm going to share my screen and show everybody where Samantha and I are hanging out. Just bear with us for a second. Let's get this going. You're going to see some multiple screens happening here. And there we go. Okay. Hold on a second. Now, let's see if Samantha can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. Okay, see everybody? This is like, I'm sure there's lots of screenshots happening right here. Yeah,
we don't see your screen. We don't see your screen yet. Just saying.
Oh, okay. You don't see that on StreamYard yet?
Yes. Yeah, we don't see it on or maybe it's on stream. Maybe I don't see it here in the back. Okay.
Yeah. Can I maybe get a confirmation? Is this on StreamYard? No, I don't see it. Okay, so let me do a re-engage and let's try this one more time. Okay, let's try share screen. Oh, hold on. There we go. And
do we know where the audio is going to come?
Yeah. Do you hear me still?
Yeah, I hear you. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Let me quickly. So I need to see where you are actually. But you should be able to see.
We lost your screen share, Julie.
All right.
Okay, I can see Artur, so that's cool. Okay.
All right, so I just transitioned from the virtual reality persistent world where we have been standing in front of this build into Webxr client we have. So let me greet you, everybody. Hello. Yeah, so let me actually allow this. Yeah, so now I enable the microphone. Oh, hello. Hi, I can hear you. I can see you perfectly fine. And that is our Webxr client, right? And this Webxr client, of course, allows people who are landowners and creators in Somnium space. Amazing dancing. I can do the same. It allows people to actually create and engage with their creations in VR and on the web from any device, right? It's mobile phone, smart TV, anything which has a browser generally works in Somnium Web. Somnium Web works on that. Moreover, we just pushed a new update yesterday or day before yesterday, which allows people to enjoy these land parcels in AR, in augmented reality. So they can actually take their tablets or phones and pin the parcel in their living room and walk around it. And the closer they bring their phone to the person or to the subject, it of course all supports spatial audio, meaning that the audio comes from that direction. Everything is with the real-time lighting. So I can switch from being night mode to being a day. and then I can switch to the night or dynamic, right? So now we see the light is changing dynamically. And by the way, there's a cool feature I can show you right now. We kind of try to bring, because Webxr is it has its own limitations, but it also has a lot of cool features, and we bring a lot of new amazing features all the time. So for example, those blinking stars you see around the parcel, they're just not for fun there. You can actually hover over one of those stars, and you see neighboring parcels around this parcel showing to you with images and with the preview images of those parcels right in front of you. And you can travel to those parcels. If you click on them, you'll just go to the next parcel, a new browser window will open. So that's another thing. We kind of try to bring you the persistent in a non-persistent environment like Webxr Somnium client. If I go inside, for example, and I teleport here to the microphone, it will amplify my sound no matter how far you stand from me. Thus, creators and performers can actually perform. And you see there is a special sign hovering above my head, above my avatar. That means that my sound is being amplified. So independently how far you go from myself, you will still be able to hear me. So that's what is being used by a lot of artists, musicians. And as I said, every week we have musicians here. We have artists performing and making talk shows and everything. Literally, event is happening every day, or several events are happening every day on different parcels, which are used by people. So let me go out of the stage. We of course have embedded web browser support directly inside Somnium Web. So it's kind of like web in the web. You can create an infinite loop, actually. So let's have a look. There's a web browser. I can click on it and I can say, okay, I can open in a new tab, obviously, or I can view it in world. So I have chosen view in world. I think there should be a Somnium space Twitch link here. Yeah, so there's a Twitch link of our Twitch channel, which is fine. And I can choose to interact, or I can choose to close the browser. So let me close it. So we can watch live videos, live presentations. People use it for discos. Some DJs are, performing on Twitch. Some are performing directly live in Somnium space. We have some new visitors here coming in. And yeah, so this is a different take on Somnium space universe, allowing people to share their creations instantly with anyone with a simple link. Of course, as you've seen before, I was in VR before that, and sharing VR experience today is much more hard, and it's not that quick as we would want. But actually, when you are in a virtual reality, when you're deeply immersive virtual reality environment like Somnium is, you probably don't want, it's not about sharing quick experiences. It's about being there that moment, that time, and socializing with people. And that is why I'm always arguing when someone says that virtual reality will actually bring, which will bring people apart because they will stop socializing. To that, I say always that actually isn't true, because social VR brings people together. It creates new bonds with people who will never meet. We have daily meetup in Somnium space every day at 10 p.m. CT. I never miss a single meetup. And there are many people coming from Canada, Australia, UK, Europe, Asia, and we all have persistent fun in one space together. And we've made long life friends during those meetups, in those events. So that brings people together, and that just makes and creates quite a lot of magic, actually. So I'm excited. A lot of people in the world, do not have an ability to travel freely to any place they want, and have experiences in life which they would normally want to have. And that's where virtual reality plays an incredibly important role, because it not only gives people an ability to experience things they will never experience in real life, it also gives them an ability to be economically active and productive in a virtual reality spaces. Almost half of the human population don't have a bank account access. And blockchain technology solves that. And worlds like Somnium Space, they allow people to be actually productive. They allow them to be creative. We have lots of people in Somnium right now who are doing a full-time living just from being creators in Somnium, having full-time job, whether you are a presenter, a DJ, or a 3D artist, or an avatar creator, or a car company. We have digital car companies which are selling cars for much more money than the real cars. All of that is enabled by 3D persistent spaces, which is called the Metaverse, right? So that's the beauty of this platform. That's what makes us happy in Somnium Space, what drives us further, because we want to see people being creative. We want to see people actually, be productive and be happy. And, when people are productive and when they can socialize, they become happy. And when they are happy, we're happy too.